Hey guys, Coach Bricks here. Looking at over the last couple months and stuff, more and more athletes coming in, and even adults talking to me about, hey, I have pain here, discomfort here, stuff like that. Got me thinking, and made me do a lot more research on movement. Why are we having these issues? Why is our body breaking down? Everybody says as you age, you're supposed to feel it, and maybe that is true to some little tiny extent. Well, maybe it's because really we lose our movement pattern, our proper movement of how to do things. Because two things occur. Say I go out there and sprain my ankle. My movement pattern has to change when my ankle gets sprained, right? Because I'm still trying to get around. I'm still trying to move. Even if I'm on crutches, I'm still changing my movement pattern. So there's a compensation going on there. So that's going to stress other areas to do things that they're not really meant to do. And that's okay, typically, for a very, very short amount of time. When I hear kids that have to sit out for 4, 5, 6 weeks with an ankle sprain, hobbling along because it's not healing correctly or it's not healing quickly enough, that's where a lot of the issues come into play. Because the longer it goes, the more problem we have. And as adults, guess what? We allow a lot of little tiny pain and discomfort. Well, it's not too bad, but guess what? Over time, that adds on and messes up our movement pattern. I speak about this often about some of the best athletes in the world are typically your 6, 7, and 8-year-olds. That's when, their stability, their mobility, their strength, all that stuff, all is about where it needs to be. It's all in correlation with each other, okay? There's not one that's way up here and the other ones are way down here. All right, you see as you get older, what usually starts to leave you? Your strength, your balance, your body control, your mobility, all those kind of things start to leave. So you see those things start to break down, but why? Because we allow them. We don't do proper movement. We forgot the basic things that made us very, very different from every other animal out there and how we move. If we could keep ourselves moving in a certain pattern and keep ourselves going, imagine the difference. Imagine what your kids would feel as they got to your age. Probably a heck of a lot different because we all talk about how we want the best for our kids, but very few of us when it comes to movement and health and things like that really always do what's best. If we did, we wouldn't feed them junk, okay, all the time. We would actually help them move, not let them sit behind video games because they're already sitting for 6, 7, 8 hours a day called school. So if they come home and sit for another 2 to 3 hours, like many kids who come in and even talk to me and actually come to the gym there's a major issue. That body is breaking down. The movement patterns are being destroyed, and then that's why kids are coming in and complaining to me of this problem and that problem and this and that. So we need to do better. All right? If we can get our bodies to move correctly, we're going to feel a heck of a lot better. That's why the old adage used to be, when I hurt my back, lay there and don't do anything, right? Well, they found out over time, well, that's stupid. It doesn't work. Get up and move because that's what the body wants to do. It wants to be in motion. Is it lazy? Yeah, there's no question that it's going to be the most efficient that it can be. So if it could, we become lazy. I shouldn't say the body's technically, we become lazy over time and we sit down. Look at it. Look at a 3, 4, 5, 6, 7-year-old. They are constantly in motion. Right? You say, well, they have all the energy in the world. They have all the energy in the world because they're constantly moving. The body just continues to cycle. Okay? Do you lose some energy throughout time? No question. But imagine if we kept moving. Boom, 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 kept going. How much better we feel. I mean, it's unreal what we could be doing. So, that's why I'm starting this class called the Little Speed Beast. That's why I'm doing that. Because I think it's so important to get these young kids to actually do proper movement pattern when they're young. So as they get older, hopefully they continue that and continue to feel good. Because I hate to see people hurt. I hate to see people in pain. It's one of my goals in life is to try to eliminate as most pain as possible from people's bodies. Because just reading and researching and looking at the body, I mean, that's all I constantly do. It shouldn't be there for no reason. If I got hit, it tore this or did that, okay, I understand you're going to have some pain. But it should just all of a sudden start occurring where people come in, my low back hurts, my knee hurts, my shoulder hurts. But why? Well, I didn't do anything. Well, then why did it break down? Somewhere along the line, the movement pattern has been destroyed. And that's typically why pain occurs, is because the movement pattern is broken. So we need to fix the movement pattern to get the body back to moving efficiently and effectively. And the longer we go not fixing it, the worse it becomes. And that's where the issues really come into play. And that's usually where the body then breaks apart, gets injured, all right, something tears, something breaks, something just goes wrong totally, where you can't even get your shoulder up anymore. You know, it just didn't happen typically overnight unless you got trauma to it. So let's fix this. Let's do this now. Let's fix it. Let's do what's best for the kids. Get them signed up for this class. You know, come out to the free session on January 27th. All you got to do is go sign up. Space is limited. But then there's also a bunch of classes there for adults to get yourself involved as well. All right, this is Coach Brisk. Guys, stay strong, stay blessed. Remember, greatness never rests.